Hi, today we're going to be talking about an article I read on the internet today about circumcision. Specifically, the city of San Francisco has a proposed measure that would ban circumcision on all males under the age of 17. You would have to be an adult to make the decision to be circumcised. First off, the article that got me on this whole debate was actually against the ban, which is not my opinion. When I was reading it, I agreed with most of it, and at the beginning, before I ever started reading this article, when I first read the headline, I was like, oh, well, I don't really know, actually. Should they be able to? I don't think so. I was actually against the ban. But before I formed an official opinion, before I definitively made up my mind about this whole topic, I of course did my own research. And I have a lot to share with you guys, and then we'll see what your opinion is. First off, we're going to start with the pros of circumcision, male circumcision at young ages. There are small health benefits that have been noted. A smaller infection rate has been recorded due to the fact that there is no foreskin, so germs are less likely to accrue under the foreskin and cause an infection. Of course, it's not difficult to clean. It takes a few extra seconds in the shower to prevent this, but that's really the minor reason. The major reason people are getting circumcisions are for religious purposes. It's a religious practice in quite a few religions, very prominent religions, and it's really difficult to ban something that is a religious practice. The only pro other than a religious reason is the small health benefits, and it is small health benefits. Then we get on to the cons. First off, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics, in their 1999 circumcision policy statement, quote, "There is considerable evidence that newborns who are circumcised without anesthesia experience pain and psychological stress," end quote. There are no serious recorded incidents that I could find that had to do with anesthesia. So as much as it makes me a little uncomfortable drugging babies, there really has not been a problem thus far. So we're moving on to our second point, which is a sexual effect. According to a review in 2002, it was from a court case, Boyle et al., it stated that, quote, "The genetically intact male has thousands of fine-touch receptors and other highly androgynous nerve endings, many of which are lost to circumcision, with an inevitable reduction in sexual sensation experienced by circumcised males," end quote. So basically, men who are circumcised lose some nerve endings that are highly androgynous and therefore experience less sexual pleasure. Obviously, this would be noted as a problem to many men who would just sit here and go, "Wait, what? Less sexual pleasure problem? Why are we doing this? What's going on?" However, there was conflicting evidence, but it's a little less reliable. So basically, circumcised men have reported to the American Academy of Pediatrics that they experience less sexual dysfunction. Now, of course, this is just something they have reported themselves, so it's not definitive evidence. However, it is something that should be taken into account. So now, from a more personal view, once someone is circumcised, they're circumcised. You can't be uncircumcised. And it's a big decision to put in the hands of another person. A person's going to have to live with it for the rest of their lives. It's a very big decision to remove a piece of the human body, and to give that decision to someone else, it just seems a little weird. A funny picture I saw on a website was someone protesting. It said, "Foreskin is not a birth defect. The medical community should know." And it is a fact. It's not like it's a problem. It's not like it is a birth defect. All male babies are born with foreskin. It's not like it shouldn't exist. We can talk and talk about whether circumcision should be done, whether at birth, at 18, or even at all. Can San Francisco actually ban circumcision for those under the age of 18? It's complicated. There are religious implications that really start to muddy up the water when you get into banning and not banning things. In the end, we may have to wait for this to be a case to go before the Supreme Court before we ever actually get a definitive decision here in the United States. In the meantime, all we have is our opinions, and I'd love to hear yours. So let me know what your opinions on this matter are, if they've changed, if you plan to do more research before you make up your mind. I'm interested, so let me know in the comments. Thanks. I just wanted to add one little thing I just found. The problem that circumcisions are supposed to prevent is urinary tract infection. That's the medical reason. However, the American Medical Association stated that, quote, depending on the model employed, approximately 100 to 200 circumcisions would need to be performed to prevent one urinary tract infection, end quote. And then it goes on to talk about how, based on these facts, that circumcision is not justified as a preventive measure against urinary tract infection. So basically, it kind of throws the whole health benefit out the window. So just want to add that in. Just one last thing to think about before this is all over.